Lots of developments to bring you now from Venezuela, where the opposition leader Juan Guaidó says he's begun the final phase of his plan to oust President Maduro. Let's just show you the pictures that we are getting in right now from Caracas. We believe these are live pictures from near the La Carlota Air Force Base, where many people have gathered. We have just seen Juan Guaidó there, in fact. And you can see here tear gas being fired just a short time ago at Juan Guaidó. He had been saying earlier, there he is at the front of shot, he had been saying that he had the support of the troops to begin the final phase to end Nicolás Maduro's presidency. We've had reaction from the government already, as well from the Maduro government, saying this is just a small-scale uprising. They have denounced Juan Guaidó for launching a coup. And as you can see here, police firing tear gas at the opposition leader, Juan Guaidó. Let's bring in our South America correspondent, Katie Watson, who joins us now from Sao Paulo. Lots of developments, Katie, happening in Venezuela. Does it seem, as the government is saying, that it is confronting and putting down a coup here?
Well, there is some military uprising taking place. How big or small it is, that's something that at the moment we do not know. What we saw was this video that looked like it was filmed around dawn at or near La Carlota, which is a big military base in Caracas. He was flanked by soldiers and he gave a speech, a 3-minute speech, very short, but just talking about the fact that the time is now, that the final phase of Operation Freedom was underway. This was the start of the end of the usurpation of Maduro. So he's gone this far. This is certainly a big step. And what was most significant, I think, was that standing next to him was Leopoldo López, who is an opposition politician who has been under house arrest for the last couple of years. And he was out. He tweeted that he was freed by soldiers. So there is some collusion going on in allowing him to even appear in that video. So certainly it's a very significant move. And how he can go back now. I mean, this is something that, the government will be, severely under pressure. They themselves have responded, as you said, saying that they were trying to put out a small coup. But at the end of the day, this is still a very big, significant move in Caracas.
And crucially, Katie, it seems we are waiting to see what side the military is going to come down on here, because both sides are saying they have the military support.
Absolutely. I mean, since Juan Guaidó took over as the interim president, as he says, he has gone very strongly saying that it was the military had to understand that the time was now, that they need to be on the right side of history, and that's been his big campaign, if you like, trying to get the military on board. But when you have the top generals who still pledge allegiance to Nicolás Maduro, and we've had the defense minister Vladimir Padrino coming out again on Twitter saying that they stand firm with the legitimate authorities, with the Maduro, and that the barracks are in a sense of normality this morning. There are still very many people who remain loyal to Nicolás Maduro, but how the events of this morning might change that, and certainly seeing this video has made a lot of people quite nervous. And as we've seen with tear gas on the streets as well, certainly there is tension in Caracas now.
There is indeed, Katie. These are the live pictures as well that we can see. You can see people gathered, lots of people on the phone as well, obviously. There's been tear gas in the air, but, Juan Guaidó has been moving outside of Caracas in recent times. He's been trying to put pressure on Maduro and gather further support. And we do know that tomorrow he had called for massive protests. He had said that these will be the largest march will take place in Venezuela's history tomorrow. So clearly pressure and momentum building in Caracas. Katie Watson joining us there from Sao Paulo with the latest developments. We'll bring you the very latest just as soon as we get it as well.